Can we make AI think like us has been a question that we've had right from the creation of computers, if we can make it think like a brain. So how do we go about doing that? Well, there's a book by Professor Steve Peters called The Chimp Paradox, and this explains how the human brain works and how each basic part works. The limbic, frontal and parietal lobes, if we're talking anatomically. The monkey is the emotional part of the brain that is its own separate entity, but doesn't change who you are or your actions most of the time. That is to say, you don't become a monkey when it in theory fronts, but has its own base response and is in control of the 3 Fs, a reactionary response to do with if you should fight, flee or freeze. The human is the logical part of the brain that is its own separate entity, alike the monkey, but is in charge of the situation most of the time. It's in control of how you see the situation you're given and how to address it to yourself. The computer's the memory-keeping part of the brain that doesn't take charge of the situation at all, but instead acts as a thing that we can refer to when making an action. Let's make an example. You're at a date and your date hasn't shown up. You check the time and it's been an hour and a half from where you agreed to meet. She shows up 2 hours late and you're furious. You say, "What took you so long? It's 11, we agreed to be here at 9. They say in return, "Sorry, the traffic took ages." You're still angry, so you come back stating, "Well, you could have texted me. A man collapsed on the sidewalk, so I called the ambulance." At the beginning, you were using your monkey brain and were being irrational with your response because your monkey brain likes to jump to conclusions and doesn't like being interfered in where its opinion stands. However, when you listen and hear the key information that an ambulance was called for a collapsed man, you use your human brain and are sympathetic this time. So why is a date situation key for AI? Well, each part can make a human human. How it has feeling and wants a script of code can understand that, then we have a robot that can feel, and in a sense, we're almost there already. We have the human things like Google Translate can give us the ability of speech. Once it has an understanding of the words being produced, we'll have a human speech. Then we can give it intellect. Things like chessbots know countless possibilities and use it so they can win no matter what, and will take shortcuts to do so faster. All we need is the monkey, the part of emotion. Then we have a human in its basic form. Thanks for your time. This video isn't material to promote Professor Peters' book. It just helps to understand the cognitive process of humans, and I encourage it to anyone who wants to know more on how we think or how they think without taking classes on psychology for countless unnecessary things.